and welcome to the No Flipping Excuses Show.
Don't touch that.
This is the #1 podcast for real estate investing, and each episode covers what you need to know to find and flip deals right now.
Wow!
Break free of the chains that are holding you back and join us on today's episode.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jason Lucchese, and we're here for a special edition of the No Flipping Excuses podcast. You guys recently heard I had Michelle Goldner on with Veterans Best Friend Indiana. She is the co-founder, and I am lucky enough to have Miss Allie on with us. She is a veteran, and she served in the Army. And she has with us her special little nugget, the love nugget. And, Allie, I asked you to come on, and I appreciate you doing that. I know with veterans, sometimes it's not the easiest to be vulnerable in this type of a setting. So I appreciate it. Hats off to you. Thank you for your service for our country. For folks that don't know why I asked Allie to come on, is all of the proceeds from our new book, Flipping Out Over Probates, are going towards Veterans Best Friend Indiana and also Kids Beat Cancer. And I wanted to bring Allie on so you guys can know more about this awesome organization and how it's helping save lives, and multiple lives, the dog's life, our veterans, and really giving back to a great cause. So, Allie, without me taking up so much here, I wanted to bring you on and kind of have you tell us a little bit about your experience and how, your love nugget has kind of helped you with your transition from the Army and being a veteran now and being in the civilian life.
Well, so I'm a single mom, and my daughter goes to her dad's house every other weekend, and the 2 week or the whole summer. So,
oh wow!
When I was by myself, and I don't like going out to places very often, anyways, especially with tons of people and everybody's attitudes and personalities. So I like to be in my own little comfort home, and getting really lonely. So, and then that's just not good, especially with things that we just start to get into our feelings. And so I started looking out for, I've always known about like Pets for Vets. So that's where I started off with. Yeah. And then that's how I got linked up with Michelle, and their organization is wonderful. They reached out to me, like I left a message, and then within 24 hours, Michelle got a hold of me. We met for coffee, like within a week, and they really interviewed me, like what I was looking for and what could help me out. So I was looking for somebody that could get me out of the house. Yeah. That would play with me just enough, not like super energy, like running around everywhere, but play with me and kind of tell me, like, because I've had other dogs that had, they call it empathy. Like they can tell that you don't feel, not like licking you or anything, but they just can tell that they don't feel good. So I was looking for that too in a dog, and they knew right away. They already had Baloo, and he was previously going to go to another veteran, so they already had Baloo. So when I was mentioning everything I needed, Michelle right away was like, "We already have somebody for you."
That's awesome.
So my process was a lot faster than a lot of people's, and it's funny because I told them, I said, what it is I do not want a Chihuahua. Please do not get me a Chihuahua, because that was the one thing, like I didn't know what I was going to have until he came to my house.
Yeah.
And that's like the most anxious part about it, because it's like, oh my God, I got to take this dog. And this little guy, he's a love nugget now, but he took a while to get on. Like because he's a rescue too, so
Yeah.
we have both learned from each other.
Yeah.
So him and I, it took 3 months, and Michelle and I actually went out to lunch one day, and she brought Maui, her service dog that she's trained.
Yeah.
And it was almost like a light bulb that clicked off in his head, where she left lunch with Maui and he left with me, and he's like, oh, hi Mom, I'm staying with you. And then from that point on, him and I have been best buds. I
That's
take him
awesome.
everywhere with me, and he's just chills.
That's so awesome. That's
Yeah.
awesome. I love it. She was telling us earlier that you wanted like a golden retriever type dog.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know, a dog right around like 50, 60 pounds. And she was like, well, you know, after looking at what she submitted, this dog is going to be much more well suited. And you're kind of a little unexpected of the dog. And it's just so awesome that you're able to click with the dog so quickly. And, you know, it's become a part of your family. And that's so cool. So tell me, like, what have you kind of felt like experience wise after you were able to get your dog? Like, were you starting to see things progress in a positive manner? Like, you know, I know you said your is it your daughter that goes and sees her father for the whole summer?
The whole summer, yeah.
Okay.
Set up that way.
So that's a long period of time. So what kind of translated for you after, you know, you were able to get your dog and you're seeing some great things? Because he looks super chill right now, and that's great. That's awesome right there.
That's why I wanted to perk. He loves blankets, so he's on his blanket. He's with me. He's super cool. Well, things that have changed is, well, him and I, we walk everywhere. And I actually had to build up his stamina because his little legs couldn't handle the walks that we were on. So they would tell you that he's slimmed down a little bit, but he gets us out there. Like he's super chill now, but if he's walking, he loves some walks and car rides.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah, his head got all perky when you said walks. So I know we lost you there for a second, but what I was saying is I saw his head perk as soon as he said walk. So you guys must go on walks quite a bit.
Yes, we do. Yes, he really enjoys some walks and some car rides. I know.
Uh-oh, I see those ears.
Yeah, I pick her up at practice, and he always goes with me. Like if we go pick up Haley, I know, where's Haley at? We can go pick her up. Yeah.
I love when they do that stuff with their ears and tilt their head.
I know, their head. He is, if you keep talking to him, especially when he's in a state, yeah, you can he'll twist his head like all the way around.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Yeah. So yeah, he keeps me, so yeah, we go out all the time. So we are always enjoying, and then people love Baloo. So people come up, and he makes me more comfortable. I don't know if it's my mommy instinct, and I'm trying to take my anxiety off of everything else and make sure he's okay. I don't know what it does, but I feel a lot more secure, I guess, out in public when he's with me.
That's
and oh yeah, it's a wonderful. I take him everywhere. There's a Bring Fido app that I always go to. We planned a vacation around where we were able to take him.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. I love, and there's also it's called the Sandbox Reunion. It's in Kokomo.
Okay.
And I think it's the second weekend of June. I take him. We stay there in camp for about 4 days. He loves it.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, he's a
That,
sunbaker.
that's great. That's awesome. So if you don't mind me asking, what were things like that you felt like have changed before and after?
Um, I would just say the more confidence level, like you, and you with somebody that would always have that second family, and not having going from not having or having everyone to not having anyone. He brought that comfort level in too, so you can be lonely, but you have a friend that will take the tension off of you.
Yeah.
And it's really true, just petting a dog takes away tension.
Yeah.
And you have to, the times where you are sad and you don't want to do anything, you still have to take care of somebody.
Yeah.
So it makes you get up and do something.
Yeah, absolutely.
I would just say more the confidence and the security.
No, those are I think those are really big things, especially because I deal with anxiety and stuff too, and we've rescued a couple dogs, and it's amazing what a dog can do. And we have 3, and those dogs have they're absolutely part of the family, and it's amazing what a tiny little dog can do in life. Because we rescued a 3-legged pit bull.
Oh,
Pit bull mix. So he literally has 3 legs. We went into the Hamilton County Humane Center, and the kids were wanting a cat. And right up in the front was Lincoln, our dog, and he was just crying like crazy. And we weren't going for a dog at all. So what happens 2 days later? Lincoln comes on home, and we had all the stigmas, thinking, oh, he's a pit, something bad's gonna happen. So we had our 2 dogs come at that time, and he was getting along with them just fine. And the kids at the time were pretty young, so we were worried about that. He's the nicest dog in the entire world. Like, Pits get a bad name because of the owner. And he's a great dog. And when we have a little Frenchie as well.
You got a Frenchie?
Yeah. And the Frenchie will go and chew on his ears all the time. And I'm like, dude, you're just letting this tiny little dog like manhandle you. It's so funny. He's literally he's super chill. Like, he's got a crazy bark to scare anybody. But when you get up to him, he's seriously like, if somebody broke in, like, we're done. Like, he's not doing anything. He'll probably just sit there and let you pet him. But yeah, it's crazy what dogs.
What's your third one?
He's a pug. Now he's getting real old. Now that's my wife got that dog before we were together.
Wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with the pug either. Come on.
No, he's great. He's great. He's unfortunately he's lost his hearing, so I can't see him do the head tilt anymore. Because he used to do it like crazy. It would be like something out of The Exorcism or something. His head, I would be like freaked out, like he'd be able to do a full 360. And now he's starting to lose his vision. So I have to, in order to get him in the house, I have to go really close to him and, kind of signal for him to come. But other than that, he's as long as the dog still loves eating and they're not sick, he'll probably go on for a while. Because our last pug, he made it, almost to 16.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, we just normally just let him out, and we got a big yard, and they'll just go run around and whatnot. The 3-legged one is where we had to worry about the most, because his hips in the back, he's got 1 leg. So we just have to be on the lookout for that. But he is fast. fast with 3 legs still. He's really fast. But
Oh, what are their names?
so we've got Lincoln as the pit, Newland as the Frenchie, and
Newland?
Winston as the pug. They're funny dogs. But I wanted to ask you, for folks that are watching this interview that we're having, what would you say to some vets in the position to where they don't have a dog yet, and maybe they're going through some stressful times, with everything that's going on with our veterans, especially the ones that have seen some really tough stuff and they're not able to deal with it properly. The VA is not helping. And I feel like something like this is huge, especially for that community. What would you say? Because we're trying to put together something where we're raising awareness, trying to get people to buy the book that are watching this, so that we could raise enough money, because it costs about $1,500 to get a dog placed with a veteran. And we're trying, and I know Michelle's trying to help out Gold Star families as well. But what's your big takeaway from the whole thing for helping folks out?
I'm laughing because he's about to snore on my.
Oh, that's too funny. He just gave you a lick.
He's really playing into the video.
He sure is.
If you're having problems, let down the ego, let down the worries and stress, because there's nothing with the organization with it. Michelle placed Blue with me so perfectly. Like she listens to you, and she knows she's quirky. She knows her dogs, and yeah, she does. She knows her dogs. I will never, because I've asked her about getting another dog, so he's a friend. That's how we got a cat, but that's another story. Anyhow, but I went back to her and to get another dog because she knew what I needed and what would do best for me. And there are so many dogs out there that need homes anyways.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to be able to need that support of what you're looking for, and be able to get a friend come to you.
He knows you're talking about him.
I know, right? Here, moved out. So have a friend come to you already trained to go on walks, and he can say, please sit down. He's your basic commands that you don't have to worry about. And it's potty training. And you don't have to worry about food, toys. You get the whole package, and it takes so much anxiety off of you just to not to worry about any of that.
Yeah.
And it's nice. Like, I see the veteran best friends cards everywhere. It doesn't. Michelle does her stuff, and all of her I guess dream and goal is to make sure everybody can be taken care of, and just trust trust what she's doing, because he's my guy.
It's such a great organization, and just seeing you happy with your dog, it's so awesome. And I would love to share that with so many more of our veterans that really need that help. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. It is. It's really helpful for, and it's funny. Somebody, we're talking about getting a service dog, and because he's my ESA, my internet connection. So I got him for an ESA, which you can take him on planes and stuff. But
okay,
yeah, with the service that's actually where you can take him into grocery stores and the places that are just not for a pet friendly. So that's what would be nice, to be able to take him everywhere.
Yeah.
But he's a good boy. Yeah.
He looks like a great dog.
He's so mad.
That's awesome.
Because I keep on moving him. But what you're doing is awesome too, because she needs all the support as possible.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And for folks, because most of the folks that are watching, most of them are real estate minded, especially the folks that watch on YouTube and Facebook and all that kind of stuff. And that's why we put the book out. I wanted to do something different. This is my third book, and I really wanted to give back in a way that would help lives. And for folks that are wondering, Flipping Out Over Probates, just go to flippingoutoverprobates.com. It goes right to Amazon, and you can go get your copy of the book. It's only $21.95. It's a small investment, and it's going to make a huge difference in a lot of lives. So with that being said, Allie, is there anything that you want to say as far as parting words for people that are listening to this?
He just groaned a little bit. Yes, please go buy the book so all my friends can get one of him or her. And yes, it's a great investment. So thank you. Absolutely.
And appreciate you being on, being so vulnerable and sharing your story. It really means a lot. I love seeing the happiness that you have from your little love nugget there. And, I hope we could really touch and help a lot of people with this and raise a bunch of money. People are going to get a great book and, learn some really great investing strategies for their real estate business. And in the process, we're helping folks. So, Allie, I really appreciate you. You are an amazing individual. Thank you so much for serving our country. This is the least that myself and some of my friends can do for, promoting this and trying to get awareness to both of these great charity organizations. So thank you. Really. Thank you very much.
Thank you. It was my pleasure, and thank you for the support.
Absolutely. For those of you that are with us, make sure you head on over to flippingoutoverprobates.com. Short book, only about 174 pages, and it's chock full of great information. My attorney's on there, who you heard about before, and we've got a lot of free information in there for contracts, marketing pieces, all that good jazz. So make sure you head on over there. You're going to help folks just like Allie that we have here. Get them a dog. And you can see, look at that smile. I love it. Being able to see somebody that happy is awesome. So thank you so much, Allie, for coming on and being a guest on the show.
Yes, thank you.
All right, you take care.